Hello, welcome. We're just gonna wait for some people to pop on as I get myself set up. Hello. If you see yourself as number one, you better comment and say hello so I know you're here. Hello, hello. Comment where you're watching from. I'm in New York today, usually in Jersey. Comment below, comment below. All right, 7 people, let's get into this. I'm making 2 recipes today. My name is Sophia Manatakis, and I absolutely love the Orthodox Christian Network. If any of you know me, I was at St. Sophia's in Washington, and I taught a beautiful class where so many people came out, and I got to meet Father Chris and his beautiful family. So I have some, we're just gonna get right into the leek pie. I have some phyllo dough, which is vegan, and it's called Phyllo Sophie, so I thought it was perfect for today to use. Lumides Foods actually gifted this to me. He said it's absolutely incredible, so I'm gonna try it out today. I have a caraway baking tin, non-stick. You can use whatever you like. And we're just gonna get straight into this. I'm using my new brand. It's called Fia. My name is Sophia, so this is Fia. Everyone calls me Soph. You can officially get this tonight on Greekazon, which is a Greek Amazon. Greekazon, I'll say it again. Tonight, it's gonna be live on their website. This is a blend of lemon, garlic, and oregano. A Koronaki blend. It is absolutely delicious. This caraway set is amazing. It's completely non-stick. I don't use a pastry brush. I just get that olive oil all over, or any kind of oil that you're gonna be using. We're just gonna I'm gonna start with a layer of 3 sheets. If anyone has any questions, feel free. We're gonna layer this in. I have a contraption made that you guys are sitting on right now. In the background, I have about 4 large leeks that are cooking till translucent, so nice and low and slow to create a lot of sweetness. I'm gonna pull this up so you guys can see it. Just layering my phyllo dough. This is gonna be the easiest recipe you have ever seen. I'm gonna do 4 at the bottom. I just got back from Greece about 2 weeks ago. I went to the Food Expo in Athens. It was absolutely incredible. All we did was eat, and I got to meet so many people and network, and it was just such a great time and a totally different mountain experience. Instead of going to the islands, I highly recommend if you can get away for the winter. Like right before spring hits, the weather was just phenomenal. I'm gonna check on my leeks and I'm gonna show you. You want it to be nice and translucent, nice and sweet, and I just use salt, sea salt, and the blend of lemon, garlic, and oregano. It's sweet, it's tender, but we're also gonna add some delicious mushrooms. I got these mushrooms at the Asian market, which I love going to. I'm just gonna slice these nice and fine and thin and small. And the key to sauteing mushrooms is using a high quality non-stick pan, and what I mean by that is non-toxic cookware. Caraway is great. If anyone follows Flav City on Instagram, he's fantastic. He just came out with new cookware. I love following him. So just like a rough chop, doesn't need to be perfect. It's all about rustic home cooking. And this is a great recipe to clean out your refrigerator. If you see your vegetables are going bad, freeze them. This, you know, can be added with any kind of protein. You could use chickpeas. I know a lot of people use chicken. If you've been to Greece, they have the chicken pies. You know, you can use leeks. And when I was up in the mountain, there was a whole list of different kinds of pies that I got to enjoy. And it's all about what you have fresh growing in your backyard. And you put it in between phyllo dough with some good quality olive oil. And you have yourself a meal, a breakfast. You could put some eggs in there. But this is all about vegetables, cleaning our bodies, and fasting. So I'm gonna take out those leeks, put them in a bowl. I'm gonna wipe that nonstick pan completely clean with a dry paper towel. It's gonna come right up. And we're gonna get the mushrooms in the dry pan. And that's gonna create a little bit of caramelization, and it's not gonna sweat out too much water. You do not salt your mushrooms. This is actually a Chinese or Asian technique. So feel free to caramelize your leeks. It's gonna add an extra layer of sweetness and nutty flavor. That's what I did with mine. It's all preference. I'm just gonna throw those mushrooms in. And it's great to just pick up your cutting board and just drop it in. And I'm not gonna worry too much about that. I'm gonna show you my delicious leeks. Perfectly caramelized, just the way I like them. But you can use shallots, you can use onions that are going bad. If you've never had leeks, they're fantastic in soup. That's like the best way to have them. This is great. Today we're gonna be using a little bit of dill in the pie. You can use fennel fronds, which are delicious. I've had fennel pies in the island of Crete, which is like one of my favorites. I couldn't find any fennel with the fronds today. They cut them off and had them all wrapped up. But I'm just gonna sprinkle just a little bit of dill. Dill for me personally is a little too overpowering. So I'm just gonna on this bottom layer, just sprinkle dill, not too much. And my olive oil is very peppery. That's just due to the natural antioxidants that are found in the olive oil. So we're not gonna put black pepper. We're really just gonna let the leeks and the mushrooms speak for themselves. Again, just a tiny, tiny bit of mint. Mint and dill on the bottom. And then I have just a little bit of fresh parsley and whatever kind of veggies you have. This is a great, great way to get kids to eat vegetables or just play around with food and test things out the way that you like to eat them. It's the best. So we'll just show you here. I'm just gonna mix those mushrooms up. We'll take you to the pot. This is our dry pan. You can see it's starting to brown right there. Love a good caramelization. Probably another minute. I have my oven on 350. That is gonna be for the pita, which people, you know, in Greek it's called pitas. So like you can just fill them with anything. There's chicken pitas, vegetable pitas, cheese pitas. I just had, I had read a recipe with like smoked pork pitas, and like it's just never ending. if anyone has any questions, feel free to comment, tag your family so they can see this recipe. We're having fun in the kitchen today. So while that is cooking, I'm gonna kind of explain which our next recipe is. It is so delicious. I just had it in Greece and I had to come back and make it for you guys. I mean, everything was grown on their farm, but I bought as high of quality vegetables as I could find. That's what Greek food is all about. High quality, simple ingredients, and everything shines. So I have some scallions, which is a whole bunch. I'm gonna cut the ends off, and then I'm gonna slice them like a ½ inch thick. If you don't like onions, just leave them out. But if you're an onion girl or boy lover like me, you're gonna love this recipe. The peppery onion with the sweetness of the tangerine. I'm gonna just chop this up into little pieces. Just slice down the middle to open up. And then I'm just gonna give it a rough choppy chop. Again, you can use watermelon, grapefruit, pears, apples. Delicious. I have my pre-cooked lentils here. I'm just gonna find a bowl. I'm in my sister's house, so give me a second. We're gonna use another tin. Pre-cooked lentils, and you could soak them in overnight if you'd like, or you can cook them in vegetable broth. Delicious. The fresh oranges, delicious. And this creates its own dressing as it sits overnight. Oh, the scallions. This is also like a great vessel to put, you know, shrimp or fish. I'm gonna not chop the fresh parsley. We're gonna leave them into bite-sized pieces. Could slowly rip them. Again, not too much dill. Let's see here. Here I have a lemon. You don't need to have a lemon zest. I'll teach you what to do. Take a sharp knife, slice down the side. The membrane is the white stuff, and that's very bitter. So you're just gonna take the zest and use a sharp knife. Tuck your fingers, and your knife does all the work. Your fingers are tucked, and they're gonna guide the blade along the outside of your fingers. Another rough chop, and all this delicious lemon zest is gonna go right in. The juice of a ½ lemon. Smells good. I'm gonna shut the mushroom. And then lemon, garlic, oregano, extra virgin olive oil. And I actually don't put salt because I cooked the lentils with salt. Again, the olive oil is so peppery, I'm not even gonna put pepper, and everything is just gonna speak for itself. Gonna give it a little toss. Look at this. And I'll give you a closer look, but this could be made 2 days before. Your friends and family are going to love this. This is a crowd pleaser. Just the smell, the freshness. I'm actually gonna add another one. So I was like I was saying, I was just in Greece and they had all the sour orange trees around. You don't want to eat them right now. They're all in bloom. They look beautiful, but they're so sour. Although it would be very good in a cocktail. Looks great. Thank you. We have my 6-month-old nephew watching here right now. He's so cute. Absolutely love the oranges in here. And you could squeeze one. You could put pomegranate. Let's give it a little taste. Fabulous. Now back to this amazing pita. We have our phyllo, our leeks, our mushrooms. We put a little bit of dill, a little bit of mint, and those leeks just cooked down and soften up. So beautifully. You think of a leek pie being a little boring. Absolutely not. These are the sweetest. I just want to eat them like this. So we're gonna tuck this over all the sides. This is so foolproof. You cannot mess this up. And we're gonna go on with another layer of dough. And it's okay if it breaks. It's okay if it crumbles. If you want, and you can put a damp washcloth over the phyllo to keep it more pliable. Probably gonna do like 4 layers on the top. I love when the edges get a little crispy. My sister just said, why don't you use a pastry brush? There's just no need. This is glue. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do on top. When I'm done is a little design. This top layer, which is the last one, I'm going to tuck it into the pita so it's nice and neat. We need a camera crew. We need some good angles, don't we? And I love just like the rustic, pull apart, crispy topping. I'm not looking for a flat layer. We just love the rustic part of it. And I'm going to use some parsley right on top of the phyllo. And it's gonna bake right on top, so pretty. And I'm actually gonna put a little sea salt. I like when the phyllo dough is seasoned. I like to use pink Himalayan. I'm gonna give you guys a better look. When this bakes, it's just all gonna blend perfectly together. Let's put her in the oven. All right, now I can see a lot of comments, so if you have any questions, we're getting near to the end. Can you link the recipe in the comments? Absolutely. Yes, it is phyllo dough, and I'm using this brand called Chef Sophia. Lumides Foods, which is like a big Greek importer. They gifted this to me, so we'll see how it tastes. I'll let you guys know. You can add me on Instagram at Chef Soph, which I like. I'm always making stories, and I will talk about how much I like this, and I'll post photos to the Orthodox Christian Network. I'm sure they'll upload them to Facebook as well. Oh, somebody wants to see Antonio. Can you link the recipes? Yes. I'm just gonna scroll up. Any other questions? What are we making? We made a beautiful lentil salad with oranges and scallions, a little bit of dill and parsley. I really like to make all of these recipes as simple and as authentic as I can, so you can go home and create your own fusion, which is like the most exciting part. How do we get the recipe? I'm gonna write it up tonight, and then they're gonna post it to the website. So that's exciting. You wanna see Antonio? Come on. This is my new little nephew. My Instagram handle is CHEFSOPH, Chef Soph. And if anyone's interested in purchasing the olive oil, you can purchase it on Greekazon, and I linked it below in the description box. I'm gonna be doing a giveaway, so whoever commented during this video, you have entered the giveaway as a little surprise from me to you during this holiday season, right? Hold on. I'm always here to talk about food and discuss future recipes that you'd like me to recreate. If you have an old memory or a family recipe you can't get right, but you can kind of tell me some of the ingredients, I would be more than happy to try to figure that out for you. I know my family has a lot. My favorite of all time is the bureki that I've made here on live. And I think that's it. I'm gonna post the pictures, of course, of the food, and I'm gonna plate it up. And I wanna thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Put a thumbs up, send this video to all of your family and friends, and have a blessed, beautiful holiday with you and your family. Thank you so much to everybody at the Orthodox Christian Network. I am so excited to be in my new kitchen soon, where I'll have a whole beautiful setup and I won't have to be running back and forth, and you can see everything perfectly. So thank you so much. Bye-bye. Love you all.